I love yoga. I've been practicing yoga since I was about 17. Now I'm 18, so yeah, it's like a year. Just kidding. I really find yoga to be like super calming, centering. It makes me feel really grounded. I love a combination of Kundalini yoga with Hatha yoga, and I find it really invigorating. I love to practice yoga early in the morning or early in the evening when the sun is setting. It's just such a big part of my life. I wouldn't want to be without it. My favorite meditation spot is generally outside, hearing the birds, seeing the sunset or the sunrise. It just feels really invigorating. I feel one with nature. Meditation during the holiday season is super important. There's always a lot going on in the holiday season. All the cooking, the holiday shopping, the decorating. And so it's important to take that time to really meditate so then you feel centered and good, and then you will be able to give so much back to your friends and family and all your loved ones. So some of my favorite treats around the holidays, I really enjoy like baking fresh cookies. I love, making hot apple cider. So I'm going to share with you two of my favorite holiday recipes. The first one being gluten-free oatmeal raisin cookies. Start with the oatmeal, mix that into a bowl, add the almond flour, finely shredded coconut, some coconut sugar, baking powder with sea salt, raisins. You can add any kind of dried fruit. You could even do like little chocolate chips. Stir this together. And then in a separate bowl, you just whisk the egg white until you have soft peaks. So now it's whisked to soft peaks. We add the almond butter, coconut oil, mix this together. The almond butter gets a little sticky. Then mix in all the rest of the ingredients here. Mix it all together. Smells delicious. And once that's done, place them on the tray. So then we just pop these in the oven at 350 for between 8 and 10 minutes. So you just have to keep an eye on them. The way that I try to maintain my health throughout the holidays, the rest of the year I'm like 80% healthy, 20% indulgent. And so over the holiday season, I'm a little more flexible, so I go more 70-30. I make sure that I maintain my exercise regime so that I'm feeling energized. That's the way I balance it out over the holiday season. Now it's time to get the cookies out of the oven. Oh, they smell good. Yummy. Yum. My daily tea routine is always different. I love to have different types of teas. I love Earl Grey, rooibos, chamomile, green tea. But the one thing that's always consistent is that I love to have my tea out of my beautiful Royal Albert mugs. I grew up with my grandmother drinking out of Royal Albert teacups, and that was such a special time in my life, just having those moments with my grandmother. Her teacups were her most prized possessions, so when Royal Albert asked me to design for them, I was so overjoyed because I knew that it was something that meant so much to me and also to my grandmother. My process of making tea is quite simple. A tea bag or two in the pot. Add the hot water, let it sit for 2 minutes. If it's a herbal tea, I'll just have it alone, maybe with a little honey. If it's a rooibos or an Earl Grey, I love to have my tea with goat's milk and a teaspoon of honey. I really like to use Manuka honey. It's antibacterial and has so many healing benefits. I love to drink goat's milk with my tea as opposed to regular milk. It's lowering cholesterol, it has high amounts of vitamin A, it's a great source of calcium, and I really enjoy the flavour. Another one of my favourite holiday treats to make is hot apple cider. This is one of my favourite apple cider recipes, which contains lots of yummy healthy spices. So first we juice the apples. So now we have enough juice from the apples. Pour the juice into the pot, turn it on low. Then we add cinnamon sticks, cloves, cardamom pods, star anise, ginger and lemon zest. Pop the lid on and just wait about 20 minutes. Since we have about 5 minutes to go, I add the orange and then let that simmer for 5 minutes. So now it smells delicious. Ooh. Ladle in some little individual cups here. Just make sure that I don't get any of the sediment. You can strain it as well, but if you're careful, ladling is fine. I can almost hear my grandmother on the piano just singing and playing. Delicious.